The scream that I heard from my brother is something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Yeah, so Matt Richardson, I'm a PE teacher currently, but in the last couple of years, I've been raising money for Birmingham Mind from something that happened in my personal life. On the 2nd of March 2022, my sister said to me, "Can you check on Dad, like he doesn't really see me himself?" We went snooker that night, asked him what Millie was talking about, if there was anything wrong. Could clearly see that there was something wrong, but he wouldn't say anything. We left that evening, took him home and just asked one last time and said, "Dad, look, be honest with us, is there anything wrong? Like, if you want to talk to someone, it's going to be better to speak to me and Josh." But he wouldn't say anything. That next morning, he woke my mum up to say that he couldn't deal with the thoughts that were going on in his head. He felt the need to hand himself into the police, which is completely bizarre for my dad. You know, he never really showed any sort of mental health struggles at all. Spoke to the doctor that day. They prescribed him antidepressants. He'd never really took tablets before. He just wasn't being completely honest with us. We found out also that he was sleep deprived. So for that whole week, he hadn't really slept very well. He was still going to work, but these thoughts were keeping him up at night. That Friday morning, my mum didn't want him to go to work, so she told him to stay at home. We asked him if he wanted us to stay with him. My mum asked him if he wanted to stay with him, etc. But he said, "No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna, get a breakfast sandwich from the local cafe," which he always did. My brother rang him exactly about 9:30 in the morning on Friday, the 4th of March, and said to him, "Dad, be honest with me. Are you all right? Like, do you need anything? Do you need me to come round?" And he said to my brother, "I'm fine, Josh. I'm just gonna go and grab a sandwich now." 40 minutes after, I rang, and then there was no answer. Rang again, nothing. Rang my brother and I said, "Look, Josh, he's not answering." Like, I said, "What shall I do?" And he said, "Go and check on him." I was like, "Okay, I'll get ready now. I'll go and check on him." I go to the house. Got to the house. His car was there. Normally we go around the back to get in. The door was locked from the inside with his key. And I'm banging on the doors, banging on the windows, ringing his phone. Nothing. So I've rang my brother and I said, "Josh, just come down, because I'm not sure whether I'll need your help with anything." Not thinking anything of it, just thinking I'm just not sure. Went round again, and my brother was like, "Has he gone to play golf on the field?" Because he normally went when he hit some golf balls. And I was like, "Josh, look, his car's here. His keys are on the inside. He's inside the house." I said, "He might need our help." And I've asked the neighbour to pop the window open for us. Managed to pop the window open, to then walk into the house, have a look downstairs first of all. And I thought maybe he's like fainted somewhere, maybe like the tablets knocked him out or something, because he took the tablet for the first time. But as I walked up the stairs to look on the landing, that's when I found that he'd hung himself. And my brother came up behind me. The scream that I heard from my brother is something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. You know, he didn't deserve just to be forgotten about. He deserved to be celebrated and to be honoured, and for his life to continue, but through me, my siblings. And so a year later, I decided that I wanted to just do something about it and just to raise some money for our local charity, Birmingham Mind, through different endurance challenges, marathons, half marathons, big bike rides we've done with staff from my school that I used to work at, from my school in Great Bar to Weymouth, and managed to raise, including gift aid now, over £17,000 for Birmingham Mind. At the end of July, I'm climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and taking some of his ashes with me to put on the summit of Kilimanjaro. And for me now, it's about, he lives his life through us now, and ensuring that he goes on these adventures with me. And I want to take him to places like Kilimanjaro that he probably could never have imagined going. And I don't think there's an hour that goes by in the day that I don't think about that day and it doesn't replay in my head. It's what I go to bed with, it's what I wake up with, but it's also what pushes me forward. And I use that now whenever I'm doing any sort of event, any sort of challenge. I use that now to be like, if someone can do that and go through that pain to the extent that they actually take their own life, the pain that I'm feeling right now, I can deal with and I can push through it. So it's been something that has motivated me to do more, and it's motivated me to speak out about it, because hopefully by sharing my pain and sharing my grief, someone can be less alone in theirs.